Hey, what's going on, guys? Jay Will here again at Veteran Review, getting ready to do another Marvel Legends review on the Marvel Legends Kitty Pryde figure, or should I say Marvel Shadowcat. And I gotta say, for this figure, I wasn't very impressed. I mean, I really like her, the character. She's a very pretty figure. I'll get to that in a minute, what I mean. But with this figure, I wasn't really feeling it. You know, I mean, it may be just my particular mold, and I'll get to that in a second as well. But yeah, I feel like they could have did like a little better, but she does look very much like how she looked in the comic books, though. But then again, I'm not, super familiar with her character arc in the story. I remember, of course, she was there. I remember seeing her on several panels, but I don't remember reading a lot of, conversation and whatnot involving her. But yeah, so as always, we're going to go ahead and get into the package a little bit, do some comparisons, and then we'll get into the figure. So coming in with Marvel Shadowcat from the X-Men Age of Apocalypse storyline. Got some artwork right there on the side. Same artwork on the other side, so pretty standard deal what they got going on here. Same artwork on the back. A little bit of read it, if you want to read it, go ahead and pause it now. But yeah, I'm gonna bring this out the way. Not much else going on with the packaging. Let's do a quick few comparisons with this girl. And as you guys should know right now, this is Kitty Pryde in this timeline, this universe. The phase shifter little girl. She can, but I'm pretty sure she's a grown woman in this storyline, or anywhere she looks like one. But yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and compare with some of my wave mates here. We got Magneto from this wave. That looks like. Got Sabretooth from the same wave as well. So again, he's dwarfing her because how big he is. Such a big, beefy guy. And she's got her little faux claws or fake Wolverine claws she has right there. Bringing these guys back out. Then we're going to compare her to herself. I believe this was the Juggernaut wave Build-A-Figure. Kitty Pryde, where she's got her little Lockheed balancing right there on her shoulder. So yeah, it's kind of funny how like she's a little bit taller than her Age of Apocalypse version. You can see how those guys stack when they look up directly at each other. You can see how this kitty is a little bit taller. It's more of a lanky teenager kind of look to her, but that's to be expected. Put her out to the side. Go ahead and bring in my Colossus. From the 80 Years 2-pack. He's trying not to balance for me today. Come on, Peter. Well, yeah, that's how those two look together. And then bring him out. And as far as accessories go, she comes with the torso piece of Colossus from the Age of Apocalypse line. Big bulky looking piece. I'm gonna be super excited to put this together after a little bit. And she also comes with a set of alternate hands, like an open hand for the right side and like a kind of a grippy hand on the left. She comes with her retracted gauntlets, so you can pop her hands up and put these on to make it look like she's kind of retracted her fake claws and whatnot. And that's pretty much all she comes with. But what I say when I'm disappointed with the figure, this arm does not want to fold for me like at all. Like I'm super scared I'm gonna break it. So I try to grab it at the joint and try to like put all the pressure right there. No matter what I do, I just end up popping his hand off or something like that, or end up like just bending that joint inside right there. So I can kind of see some stress marks coming in. So yeah, I'm a little bit nervous about that. But overall, she's a pretty basic figure, basic female figure. And based on what I've seen with the symbiotes and a couple other, and the recent female body molds with the arms being able to reach behind their heads, so to speak, I kind of feel like they could have thrown in a second joint right there and achieved that with her. But I feel like they kind of skimp out always on the female molds. But overall, pretty clean paint work. Got a little A little splotching right there, not too bad. I don't think you guys see it, but you might be able to see just a little bit how it's kind of like a little bit of paint missing right there. Other than that, pretty decent sculpt. You can kind of see like some poor parts right here. We can kind of see where the plastic was poured into the mold right here on the back of her thighs. So that kind of is a little bit distracting. A little bit more paint splotch right there on the back of her tricep right there on the left side. A little bit more stress, I guess, or might paint rubbed off right there on the joint right there. But overall, not too bad. She does come with a very pretty face sculpt. You guys can see if it'll focus in on a little bit. I think she has a scar right here, maybe, or maybe that's like an issue or a flaw with my copy. It's kind of like a tiny little horseshoe right there on the side of her cheek right there. Don't know if you guys see it, but yeah. Alright, let's get down to brass tacks here, guys. See what she can do. She looks up that far with her Karen haircut, kind of getting a little bit in the way back there with the little scuffiness back there in the back. She definitely looks like she wants to speak to a manager. Head looks forward that far, so she's kind of like on a dumbbell joint that kind of like stops right there, the base of the neck, or the top part of the neck right there. Of course, hit side to side motion, of course, all the way around if you want to. Elbows move out pretty far, go out that far. So, nice range right there. Goes all the way around. No bicep swivel or anything, but she does have like one single joint right here that allows her to rotate at the same time at the knee, at the elbow right there. So, a little bit of rotation right there in the elbow. So, and the single joint allows it to bend like close to, well, over 90 degrees. So, but yeah. Then of course she has wrist swivel. I might take this her little claws off for the, you guys can really see the articulation. But yeah, wrist swivel, of course, with a little bit of up and down motion. Not a whole lot, but her hands are so tiny, she doesn't really get to have a whole lot of motion there. So yeah, I feel like they could have did that a little bit better, but it's whatever. And then she has a torso joint, kind of like the pivot, swirly kind of joint right there, but doesn't really go back very far either. Just kind of stops right there, then kind of leans forward that far, so it kind of doesn't really go forward much at all. It just kind of basically straightens her up. So yeah, and legs kick out that far. No waist cut or anything. Legs kick out that far. Upper thigh cut, kick forward this far. So it gives a good little range forward, so she can definitely kick somebody almost in the jaw almost. Double jointed knees that bend in very far. That's the most impressive thing I think for this figure. So that's pretty nice. No boot cut or anything. She does have ankle pivot and feet go up a little bit. They kind of get stuck on mine maybe. Yeah, but no, that's about it. Don't go any further than that. And it goes down. Toes point to the ground as well. And that's pretty much it for her. There's not a whole lot going on with this figure. For the price point, I think I maybe paid like $12 for, or 12 to 13 bucks. So that's not too bad. I didn't feel like I was like cheated or anything like that. Definitely feel like, you know, I didn't like just throw my money away. But I feel like she could have been done better a little bit. But yeah, if you want to go ahead and get the Build-A-Figure piece, go ahead and pick her up. If you guys see her somewhere, go ahead and grab her. Order her offline somewhere if you can, for like as cheap as possible. She might still be around like that price point, $12 or so on Amazon or something like that. I haven't seen her in a while. If you can find her. But yeah, if you want to go ahead and build a figure, go ahead and get her. She can definitely, like, you can at least stand there on yourself, and she doesn't have to do like a crazy dynamic display or anything like that. She can just pretty much just do this right here on your shelf or whatever, and pretty much just finish fleshing out your Age of Apocalypse shelf. But yeah, that's my review. If you guys like the video, hit the like button, subscribe, comment, share your thoughts. And I'll be back with the rest of the wave here shortly, and then I'll be working on getting towards the Build-A-Figure review. Alright, appreciate you guys stopping by. Take it easy.